All right, guys, I have something kind of unique, fun. This is a near new old stock Seiko 6309 8020. So the movement is a 6309. Seiko used that movement. I mean, it was as common, or variations of it were as common across their lineup, the same way a 7S26 was later on. But this one is from 1981, and there's even the original receipt to prove it. Back in 81, this was $60. So very cool. It even has the original tag from the department store, Walmart or JB Hunter. I'm not sure where that was at. I'm not familiar with those stores. Jefferson Ward. So, and then it has this little Seiko book that came with it, showing that they have their 1-year warranty. I'm sure it's far exceeded that. Pretty cool plastic box. So my buddy Adam from 1010 Talk sent this over. This is his watch. I don't know where he scored it, but whoever bought this or was gifted it, this thing had to have sat in a drawer, in a dark drawer somewhere, and like never used, because even the loom and everything, it all still works. It's still hold together really well. I mean, it's crazy. It's almost like for us car guys to find like a vintage car that was just stuffed away somewhere, and it just sat there, and like it blows your mind. Like, this is not something that you would think to collect or store in that fashion, because this was this was a nice watch in 81, but it was still, on the more affordable side of things, all things considered. So I'm not sure what the equivalent dollar amount would be. I should have looked that up, but maybe you guys can help me out. Maybe I'll add it in the description, or you guys can figure it out for me. But $60, 1981, with the the depreciation or rate of growth or whatever. Like, what is $60.81 valued at today in 2019? I should have looked that up. But very similar to like a 7S26 as far as I can tell. Same beat rate and day-date function, and the way it moves and everything. Everything is just super familiar. I mean, Seiko's been doing Seiko things for a very long time, and that is why they're successful at what they do. So case size, let's just get right into it here. Case size, 37.33 millimeter in width, not including the crown. The lug to lug is a 40.3. And this is back when watches were small, and I don't know. It's just cool to see something like this. The thickness is only 11.17, and that is with that, I'm assuming, Hardlex crystal. Just proud of this bezel here. 20 millimeter lug width, tapering down to 16 millimeter. You can see the bracelet construction is, that's the way they did them back then. So it's, all folded over metal and hollow end links and simple fold over clasp. So it was effective, it's comfortable, it works. And if you put it away in a drawer, it seems like it'll certainly last. I'm not sure how well they held up on people's wrist, but I can give you a wrist shot. There it is on my 7 1/4. Super light, very comfortable, and easy to read for sure. I really like the kind of silvery burst dial with the. Let me get some close-ups of this, because this is actually a really good looking watch. I mean, this is something Seiko could put out today, and I think people would gobble it up. You have the nice applied Seiko logo, all the other printing, nice loom plots on all of the applied indices, and these are actually applied indices. Most of these Seiko watches you have now, if you were to pop the dial off and flip it over, they're not applied indices, they're stamped in. Maybe I'll make a video showing you guys that at some point. But they're not applied indices. But the way they manufacture the dial, they look like applied indices. So, whatever. But, I mean, these were actually applied. So, very nice looking watch. There you can see on the case back. Nice stamped Seiko logo there, and of course the 6309-08 or 8020. Excuse me. So I'm not really sure what these go for in today's market. At some point this was at a resale store or something because it has a price tag of 115. I don't know what circa all these or what era all these were done. So, but I think we got a bit of a rare watch just because there's not, I guarantee there's not a ton of them in this condition. There can't be. This doesn't appear to be restored. It just appears to be a survivor. So let me give you a Loom shot because it is a Seiko and it still has Seiko Loom even after 40 whatever years. So yeah, it's not like crazy dive watch Seiko Loom, but the Loom is there. So big thanks to Adam for lending this in, and let me know what you guys think about this guy. Would you buy this if it was remade, or would you be interested in buying new old stock or like new old stock watches? I think I could. I'm not big into the old or vintage style watches, but I could see getting into like new old stock, finding stuff that has been sitting around, little gems. All right, guys, thanks for watching.